and welcome to a Slacker's Guide podcast. We'll be sharing tips on business plans, technology trends, health improvement, and much more. Let's get started with your host, Achilles Penn.
Hello and welcome to another episode of A Slacker's Guide podcast. I'm your host, Achilles Penn, and today we will be discussing time management, our time management hacks to reduce stress and save money. But before we start, let's take care of some house cleaning. Visit us at AchillesPenn.com. Follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is at AchillesPenn. Subscribe to our YouTube page. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and everywhere else social media is available. Now, why time management is something you should work with. Is time slipping away from you? If this describes you, don't despair. There is a multitude of people that have difficulty with time management. However, that is not the way that it has to be. The following tips will help you learn more about time management. First, you need to set a plan before you start. Deadlines are important, so pay attention to them. When you know a period is coming up soon, your other tasks suffer and you become behind on everything. If you stay up to date with deadlines, then you never have to neglect one duty to finish another at the last minute. Moving on, prioritization reduces stress. Of course, it is essential to plan for things that may interrupt any time needed for a task. If you have responsibilities and appointments to do after each other without factoring something like unexpected calls, your day could be thrown off. Planning for interruptions can help you stay focused and on track. Moving on, we have to avoid multitasking. Time is money. If managing time is rough for you, concentrate on individual items instead of many. It can be overwhelming to multitask. Doing a lot at the same time can make you feel tired and stressed, which means your work will be lower quality. To help you stay focused, concentrate on one task and see it to fruition before beginning another project. Now, we have to make goals, but goals are meant to be broken. Look at your current levels of productivity to see which areas could use improving through time management skills. If you find it difficult to concentrate on your task until it is complete, ask yourself why. If you would like to be a better time manager, it's crucial to identify the good and bad points of your current process. We have to organize our thoughts when things get rough. If you find time management to be difficult, consider how you spend time. You must use it wisely. Respond to emails only within the allotted times that you set aside for them. Checking them too often could cost you time that should use somewhere else. Upon rising each day, spend a few minutes planning your schedule. Writing it down will give you a better organization. A plan will help you make good use of your time. You must isolate yourself from needless interruptions. Close the door to your office when you need to buckle down and get work done. Your coworkers and superiors will likely treat an open door as a sign that you're available to discuss a new job or take on new responsibilities. A closed door signals you need privacy. It is easier to finish tasks on time when people know you are in the zone. When you are working on a task, do not answer the phone until you complete it. Interruptions like these can make it difficult for you to return to work. Wait until your job is complete to check your messages. We have to learn to delegate our workload. Examine your schedule. Can you eliminate one more daily task? Can you delegate a task to other people so you can have extra time for your assignments? A great skill to learn for time management is delegation. Remember that it is essential to let the task go once you have assigned it to another. Of course, we have to avoid distraction. It is helpful to remain on task to improve your life. Don't become distracted when things happen while you are working on a job. People often hand you more tasks when you're still not done with one and demand you to finish the new one first. Do not let people sway you from your current mission. Make sure that you complete one task before moving to the next one. Rising above failure. We're only human, and you can't save the world. It's impossible, trust me. Most of the things you spend your time on accomplish nothing. Always strive to do your best to finish everything, but understand that sometimes it may be hard to do. Now let's boil down our advice to 5 simple steps. Follow these easy steps to get on track to improve your time management skills. We promise it is not a lot to absorb, so keep an open mind and trust our formula. Don't trust your memory and make a list. The first one is make a list of everything you need to complete for the day. Then prioritize the list by how important each task is. Then start at the very top of this list and work on down it. If you need a reminder, bring your list with you. Add your list to a calendar. Start organizing your living and working spaces if you can't manage time well. You could be wasting time just looking for the things you need to complete your daily task. Put the organization to all the things that you use every day. A calendar will make you feel much more relaxed. We recommend free calendar tools such as Google Calendar. Motivate yourself with short-term daily goals. Get in the right frame of mind to tackle your to-do list. It's hard retaining the correct mindset for doing something, but with some practice, you can do it and maintain focus. Convince yourself you will be able to focus for a certain period and then do it. Consider taking your task list with you wherever you go. A memo will serve as a helpful reminder. Some of your tasks can be rather emotional to complete. The stress can make you forget what other jobs you need to complete. Having a list on yourself will allow you to be on task all the time. We need to schedule breaks between tasks and treat yourself with praise. Reward yourself when you reach your accomplishments. Not taking a break could cause delays that you do not need. Keep rewarding yourself, but only if you stick to a time management plan. And lastly, create a priority list to divide and conquer. Always consider priority first. When you don't manage time well and try to handle too many things together, many other things can suffer as a result. You are unlikely to complete anything at all. Addressing a single task by the level of priority will produce the best outcomes. Divide to-do lists into 4 portions. Label one column as necessary and the other column as not relevant. For the horizontal rows, rate their level of urgency. Limit the time you spend on the not urgent and not essential lists to no more than 5 or 10% of the day. Spend your time on the quadrant labeled critical and vital. You must pay attention to less urgent quadrant though. If you let those tasks go too long, they become urgent problems and you can get overwhelmed. So to summarize, you now have great advice on how to improve your time management techniques. You will no longer have to worry about managing time. Use what you have learned here to start managing your time more efficiently. Again, I'm your host, Achilles Penn. and see you for the next episode.
This episode of A Slacker's Guide podcast has ended, but be sure to subscribe for more do-it-yourself strategies and tactics to tackle the most challenging project you always dreamed of taking on. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best content. See you in the next episode.